Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. My name is Ali, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a studio tour. So I've actually done a studio tour in the past. That was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I had the bare necessities. I just had started off doing that, and I had what I needed for that time. Now I kind of have stuff that's, I wouldn't consider luxury, but it's things that aren't necessarily needed, but I really love them. So I'm gonna give you guys a studio tour and everything that's kind of in this room. You first walk down, I have a tripod for a camera, my ring light, which is a Lume Cube, and I got it for Christmas and I highly recommend it. It charges itself. It has a battery inside of it, so you can unplug it for a while and it'll work, and it's awesome. One of my new additions to my studio is my standing desk. I've never had a standing desk before. I thought they were kind of weird at one point, but I realized I do a lot of work while sitting down, and especially since I've started editing audiobooks, I kind of wanted to not get bored and kind of make things a little bit interesting. And I also have a walking pad. I will leave all the links in the description below to talk about what I have, and most of it I think you can get on Amazon, if not on Sweetwater. Next thing, I have my Yamaha keyboard, which has been with me for forever. This thing has not failed me yet, knock on wood. Keyboard acts as MIDI, as a regular instrument. On top of this keyboard, I have a smaller compact MIDI keyboard. I brought this keyboard with me to New York, and it's very good. I actually wrote a bunch of songs on this. If you want more reviews about any of the stuff I have, please leave a comment below. I would love to do one. Speaking of keyboards, I also have a Razer keyboard that lights up different colors. Unfortunately, the RGB software to control the colors is not compatible with Mac. I know there's different workarounds, but I haven't been able to get it to work. And if you know how, please help a girl out. Speaking about Macs, I got a brand new Mac. This is an iMac. I will leave all of the description below. I got the extra storage. I also have a 3 terabyte storage unit that sits right next to it. Highly recommend getting an add-on storage unit that just like sits right next to your computer. I got rid of my stands that you may have seen in previous videos. They were very flimsy, and sometimes the speaker would just tilt. I'd always have to like constantly fight with it to get it at the right angle. But yeah, I got rid of those, and these stands are awesome. These clamp onto my desk, and they're probably a little bit bigger for my speakers, which are the Presonis Eris 3.5s, and these speakers have been with me since I first started. They're my tried and true reference speakers. I also have 2 pairs of headphones to reference from. I have a Sennheiser open back pair of headphones, which I'm wearing right now, and then I have a Beyerdynamics set of headphones, which are closed back, which is good for on-the-go work. I also have an interface, which I plug everything into. This is brand new. For a long time, I was using my Motu M4 interface, but I switched that one out for a Behringer bigger one. I don't know the exact model number of it, but it's nice. I like that I can turn 48 volts on and off. I like that I have, this is the main reason why I made the upgrade on that one, is that I have separate control of my speakers and of my headphones. I can choose where I want to reference music from. It's very, very valuable. I know a lot of people have different ways to go about that. Different people use like Stream Decks, which I want to look into. Speaking about mics that I have 3 different mic stands, just basic mic stands. 2 have boom arms, 1 doesn't. These stands hold a variety of different microphones I have. I don't have a bunch of microphones, but I do have my tried and true Shure SM7B. This thing has been with me for forever, for like 5 years now. And I kind of enhanced this by getting a cloud lifter. Yeah, I'd never had one of those before. But when I got it, I was like, oh, this is why everyone tells you to buy this with this thing. I recommend spending the extra $100 and getting the cloud lifter and helping your mic out tremendously. I have a Shure SM58 and a Shure SM57. Yeah, these are just basic mics I recommend having, but I definitely want to expand my mic closet, but mics are expensive. Very expensive. So yeah, those are the mics that I have right now. I also have a couple of portable mics that I use to film short videos. I have the Shure MV88 microphone, which plugs into your phone. And then I have the Saramonic Wireless microphones, which someone on a recent TikTok called it a toy. These things cost like $300. I like that it syncs all the audio with my phone and you can put them in your bag and they're great on the go stuff, but obviously you're not going to get as great quality from a studio setup, but you can get something pretty darn close. Recently got a big thing. My grandfather gave me his drum set. This drum set's pretty old and there's pieces that are falling apart, and that's like on my list of things that I want to do. I kind of want to remodel the drums, but there aren't many videos of like how to do it, and like some of the videos are like you literally have to take everything off, take the shells off, treat the wood, and I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work. But eventually I want to do it. I want to make them like shiny and new and sound really amazing. I have drum pads on top so I don't annoy the neighbors. I have a guitar, which is a Mitchell, and I love it and it sounds really good. I got this while I was in New York. I really love it. I'm glad I spent the extra money. And then next in this room, I recently added a whole little vinyl table. So this thing holds all my vinyls. I have a lava lamp that I got from Christmas that is really cool. I've plugged it in a few times and the way it illuminates the room is really cool. And then I also got this Audio Technica turntable for Christmas. Before I was playing my records on those suitcase ones, which people like make fun of you for, but it's all I had. But yeah, I love my studio, and the last thing I want to talk about is the chair that I'm sitting in. This office chair. It has nice cushioning, and I also want to talk about the arms because the arms lift up. Now this is a lifesaver because if you're playing guitar and you're recording guitar, I always was like, how do I work around these arms because I don't want to like bump into them. But yeah, the lifting up of the arms is a huge plus. So yeah, kind of looking forward as to like what I want to do with my studio. I want to get a stand that holds my keyboard that doesn't have a cross section because that's where my legs live and I often find myself hitting my shin on my keyboard stand. So yeah, I want to make that adjustment. I also want to get a new pair of monitors. I have a few in mind, but they're pretty pricey. So definitely saving up for that one. And like I said previously, I want to expand my mic closet. I want to get a pair of condenser microphones that I can put over the drum set to record the drums. Other than that, I'm really pretty happy with how my studio is right now. I like the overall functionality of it. And to be honest, I thought that a lot of recording engineers wouldn't use a standing desk, but I'm seeing it be more and more common. So I'm basically a trendsetter. Just kidding. I'm looking to record more people, mix more things. I'm open to hear like what are things in your studio that you really love and you think really benefits you. Looking way down the road, I would like to get a whole rack of like analog gear, like a Manly Slam and stuff like that, but that requires a lot of money. That is my studio tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you're just starting out in the studio, you find a few things that you enjoy and maybe you want to get. If you want some more budget-friendly stuff, I highly recommend watching my older studio as I was just starting off and I just had the bare bones of a studio. I also talked about different software that I had in that studio. I'm not going to do much of that on here just because I have a lot more now. A lot more plugins, a lot more software. So if you want a video of that, I would be more than happy to make that for you too. that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot as a creator, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye.